Hey, 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 hey. Hi, everybody. Sorry we are 5 minutes late. Man, my back is hurting me. I was talking to Angie in the back room, and uh, actually, you know what? I forgot to tell you in the back room. I said I was going to tell you. I hope I remember to sit through this.
Well,
You know,
ever how long you can sit through it, we'll work with it. If not, I've been in pain before.
my heating pad.
I stay in pain 24/7, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Let me put that one in my back. Hopefully that will, probably help. I've been lying on this because I can't seem to sit for long. So I've been lying on it for a bit.
Y'all don't
Uh,
forget to share us out. Today's going to be a real good topic.
Let me tell you, this is so funny because, you know, I've always said this, and guys, there's no need for me to lie about nothing because those people that know me. When I picked Angie to do this with me, because Angie always talk about different stuff. Angie doesn't sell on her channel. She's always talking about life, things that we should be doing, things we shouldn't be doing, and so many other stuff. And I listened to her, I watched her show, and I said, if I ever get to do another of these chit chat, it will be with It's Me Angie. And this is the reason I picked her. And every time you remember the first time you sent me a list of topic, and
Yeah.
what did I say? I said to her, I said, you know what? I'm not discussing anything. I will come on and we'll just
We
start.
do not talk during the week.
We
We do
don't
not
know.
discuss anything. You don't ever know what my topic is going to be. Never.
Yes. And that is why I leave it to her. I don't discuss nothing. I don't tell her, oh, I think we should talk about this or no. She will, as soon as we get into the back room, she's saying, I think I have a good one to talk about today. And I'm like, okay, what is it? And I was like, oh my goodness. When I say this lady is my twin, she is my freaking twin. She
Hell,
told
I
me
had
about
no idea what the topic was, and I have it written down here somewhere because I write them down before I come on. You know what I'm saying? And get a few thoughts in my mind about what we're going to talk about, and then I share it with you, and then you and I bring it. And of course, it goes different avenues. We
yeah,
start on one thing and it goes to something else.
yeah.
But this is what it starts out to be. And when you asked me what it was going to be about, you were like, "Oh my
Oh
god!"
my gosh, yes. When she told me what the topic was gonna be today, I was like, wow. Okay, I'm ready for it. Let's go live, because I'm ready for this topic. I think it might be a sensitive topic for other people. So if you know your feelings is gonna be hurt, well, I'm sorry. Not sorry, because this is what we go through. Not only in our daily life outside YouTube, we go through the same thing on YouTube as well. So when Angie told me about what the topic was gonna be today, I just like, yes, I can't wait. So if you're looking, come in, say hi. So I am gonna go and say quick hello. We got 13 people in here. I don't want to waste a lot of time saying hello, because if you want to join in, everybody is free to take part in this topic. Tell us your experience. How did you overcome it? What did you do? Did you just
And if you
move on?
disagree with us, fine.
That's fine. That's you don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. And we don't have to agree with you too.
Right.
You know, it's everybody with their feelings. Like I always say, if you got beef with me, come Sunday, come talk with it. We'll talk about it, and we'll iron it out. We're here and we can all talk about it. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So before I allow Angie to talk about the topic, because she brought it up like all other topics, if you have something that you want to share with us too, please feel free to put it in the chat. I have Chu came in here early. I hope he comes back. Hey, Cajun Root Reseller. Check Cajun Reseller out this week, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Miss Josie. Josie's Place. Mondays,
Friend
Fridays,
Josie.
and Saturday. Hi, Pikiniki. Mwah, mwah. Myself and Pikiniki were on tomorrow evening at 6. And actually, it's the whole week of Pikiniki because it's a new week. And Tuesdays together. And then Thursday, don't forget to check her out also on her channels on Saturday. And also, you don't want to miss her eBay auction with you guys as well. All right, Miss Annette. Good to see you, Miss Annette from the coin community. I hope you're well. Claudette, mwah, mwah. Good to see you, Claudette. Hope you're well. All right, let's see who. Hi, Lindsay Ann. Mwah, mwah, mwah. How you doing, my friend? I appreciate you coming in. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's see who else is here. All right, I'm strolling. Hey, True came back. Mwah, mwah. Hi, Bet. Good to see you, Bet. Welcome in. Did I say hi to Pikiniki? I think I did somehow. Hi, Uni by the Creek. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you. How you doing? Welcome. I appreciate you. All right. Did say hi to Claudette. Good to see you, Claudette. Little Debbie. Mwah, mwah. Little Debbie said she's making chili.
Oh,
Nice.
that sounds good.
Oh, thank you, Johnny, for sharing us out. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, let's see who else is here. Hi, Rainbow. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you, Rainbow. Welcome in. How you doing? Hey, Leslie, Lucky Fun. Gotta check Leslie Lucky Finds. I told you guys she is back. Make sure you check her out. She does auctions on her channel and auctions with I think I saw her on Creations by D. Don't forget Creations by D. She's doing auctions on her channel now, so make sure you check her out. You're gonna be sick of me. LOL. I don't know who she's talking to about that one, but anyway. Well, I ain't sick of you, girl. Flip flops and lollipop. Good to see you, Flip Flop. Welcome in. All right, LOL. Saveherfirst. My beef with you is you don't like ghosts. No, I don't like ghosts. I don't like people ghosting me out. No. All right, we cut up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming in here. And I'm not going to waste any time because I love this topic and I want us to talk about it. Angie, let the people know what the topic is about.
Okay, today's topic, of course, since we're on YouTube, we're going to talk about it as far as YouTube goes. And my topic is, can you really have a friend on YouTube? Can you really have a friend? Because so many times I have found since I've been on YouTube over the last few years, is someone is saying they're your friend. And then when some little something happens, they don't want to be around you anymore. They don't understand where you're coming from. They think you're doing something personally to them. And I'm thinking, okay, well, yesterday we were friends. And because I have an opinion now, we can't be friends. I don't really understand that. So I always go back to this. Your need for somebody, your love for somebody has to be greater than your need. Thank you. If you like somebody one day and not the next, then your need is not being met.
So I need to write that down again. Your what? That's a good quote. Your need.
Your love for someone has to be greater than your need for someone.
Your love for someone needs to be greater
than your need for someone. Like you got to have something from them.
Than your need.
Because that way you'll have a true, pure friendship. Okay? And when that friend goes through something, you will understand that it's not about you. It's about your friend that's dealing with something right now. Okay?
Amen.
So my question is, how do you feel about really having true friends on YouTube? Is it possible or is it not possible? That's my question.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, so what does the chat think? I can say hi 710. I can say on both sides. You can really have true friends on YouTube and you can still have fake friends. You can tell which one is your true friend and which one is your fake friend when something happens.
Right. Well, okay, let me ask you this, Ella.
Mm-hmm.
When you've had that friend that you thought was a true friend, that you thought was like, okay, they understand me, they get me. Like
Mm-hmm.
you and I, for instance, Ella, we don't communicate during the week. We don't send texts. We don't send emails unless we want to. But we know that you and I respect each other and we're friends. We know that.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We don't have to question that. Okay. But then you have this friend that you has your phone number, texts you. Y'all send emails back and forth. Y'all good. Y'all good. And
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden, your life gets, this is just an example, or my life gets disrupted and something happens. And you might mention that to that person that you think is your close friend. Well, then it's not about you. It becomes about them. And you're like over here drowning saying, wait a minute, I'm the one that's having the issue, not you. And you're making it about you. Can we please get back on track? So, I mean, I don't understand why when you're going through something that so-called friend turns it around and makes it about them instead about you.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
my question.
Okay. So now like Flip-Flop said is she doesn't think it's possible. Okay. I think you can make true friends on YouTube and you can just have just friends. I might not be texting you or we might not pick up the phone and call, but me and you have an understanding that I know no matter what, you have, in your heart, you know that you love me. And I know in my heart, I know that I love you.
Right.
Okay.
We don't have to speak every day to
We
know
don't have
that.
to speak. No. And I have families like that. I have cousins, I have brothers, I have whatever. I haven't spoken to a brother of mine for since when he was born. But he's my brother. Don't mean that I don't love him. I just don't know him.
Have you ever thought about this? Friendship is freedom to allow the other person to be who they are. That's what
Yes.
friendship is. If you have to control that other person by making demands or getting upset with them over something that's not going to matter tomorrow, then you really are not trying to be their friend. You're trying to control them,
Okay. Lindsay, I say I have real true friends on YouTube. Yeah. You can have true friends on YouTube. Leslie says you can, but you have to weed through the bunch. And that is true. Hi, AZ Cat. Welcome in. Yes, you have to weed through. It doesn't mean that, okay, because that person is my friend, if you're going through something, I could understand that most of the time they can't all there be there for you. Does it mean that they're not your true friends?
Say what now?
I mean, you could be going through something, and it doesn't mean because they're not there for you all the time. Does
No,
that
because
mean?
there might be one friend that's supposed to be there for you, and then the other friend isn't that friend that's supposed to be there for you. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that they're not your friend. It's just there's one that needs to be there more than the other. What
Yeah.
I mean is the friend that comes in and disrupts everything. The one that when you're going through something doesn't just sit back and let it happen. They disrupt everything and make it about them. Like, they're not sorry that you're going through anything. They're sorry because it disrupts their cart. The apples are falling off their cart and, because your life was disrupted. Number one, you shouldn't be that dependent on somebody else that if their life messes up, your life messes up. Especially on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
You're speaking my freaking language.
I mean, YouTube is a sketchy place. You shouldn't depend on YouTube for that anyway. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Miss Josie says the same people who are not true friends on YouTube usually don't have real friends in real life.
Yeah, maybe they don't know how to be friends. That's true.
But why do they say, oh, I thought you were my friend, or I love you, and this is the thing I always say too, is like, don't tell people you love them if you really don't love them, because when stuff happens in their life, now that love you've been saying you love them,
Your
and they
true
go
colors
through
are going to come
something,
out.
your
Yes.
true colors comes out, because now they're gonna be like, oh, I'm going through this thing in my life, and you keep saying you love me, so where is your support for me? Where is that love you promised me?
A lot of people love you as long as the bank's open. When the bank closes, they don't love you anymore. You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
that's a
I
good
have
one.
family members like that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm giving them money and they come and borrowing money and I'm the bank, then they love me. As soon as the bank closes at 5 o'clock and I'm saying no, then they don't love me anymore.
And see ya. Claudette say, I'll say yes. You can have true friends on YouTube, which I know that because I have true friends
I think you
on
can.
YouTube.
Yes, I was
Yes,
just throwing that out there. Yes.
yeah, you can have true friends on YouTube. Says, when you have a friend that you don't feel the need to message or call them daily and know that there's okay and what's
They're okay
and
with
know
that.
they're okay with that. They don't think you're mad about something, which is true. And I have a cousin like that. We pick up like where we left off, and we talk as if we talked yesterday, and meanwhile we talked 6 months ago, you
Right.
know and we love each other. We say, hey, I love you, and say I love you, because we know that is true love. Now, when we don't agree on anything, doesn't mean because we disagree makes that love disappear, or the other person start to act differently you
Okay, let
know
me throw this out at you, Ella.
Hi, timeless.
Give this food for thought. What constitutes us disagreeing that upsets you? Okay, if I come to you and say, Ella, your favorite color's red, my favorite color's green. Okay, you allow me to have that disagreement. You and I don't agree on our same colors. It's no problem.
Hmm.
Then we step it up a notch and you have a topic and you say, this is the way I feel. And I say, well, I don't agree with that. The higher the topic gets, we tend to get mad at each other because we don't have the same thoughts. But why isn't it as simple as you like red, I like green? Let's just agree that we
Or
like different
disagree.
colors.
Yeah, we
Well,
like
why do
different
you
colors.
have to bring it up another notch because I don't agree with you on the political level or I don't agree with you on the religious level? Why can't it be just as simple as green or red? Why does it have to be higher than that? You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's understandable. New England says, I think it is possible, but friendship should be free with no strings attached.
Yes. Preach it while I pat my foot.
we do have to be aware of what and who we talk to. That's
Yes.
true. That's
Yes.
the thing that surprises me is when I think we feel that everybody probably is like us. We talk freely, and we feel that whatever we're going through, somebody else will understand when we're going through it. And then when we say, hey, I'm going through this, I just want you to understand that this is what I'm going through, it's like, why do they have to wouldn't even come up and say, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that? And that makes me feel that you're not my friend to begin with, even though we don't talk at all, and we just talk on YouTube. Because we always say on YouTube that we love each other on YouTube, and we say, hey, my friend, how you doing, my friend? We might not be going out. I do not have friends where I am right now. I've been living down this part of Florida for 8 years with no one single friend near me. All my friends are in Tampa, and we hardly even talk because the distance keep us. So my friends are on YouTube. You are my friend. I might not, like we say, I might not call you all the time, but we do say, hey, my friend, I love you, my friend. So why is it the people we that say, oh, I love you, and we love them, and when something happened in your life, they don't even, and you try to take the time to explain to them, like, hey, this is going through I'm going through this in life right now, I just want you to understand. And all of a
My
sudden,
position, if you sent me an email saying I'm going through, like you're going through pain right now,
yeah.
you're say you sent me an email saying, Angie, I don't think I can do the show today. I'm going through a lot of pain. I'm sorry. I don't take that personally and say, oh, Ella just don't want to do the show because it's about me and she don't really like to be on with me and blah, blah, blah. I send back an email that says, Ella, you take care of yourself. I'm sorry that you're feeling under the weather. Please get that pain taken care of as soon as you can. I love you. And if you need me, you know where I am. End of subject. It's not about me. It's about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And let me tell you, I came this close to Okay, this.
Well, I'm glad you did because this needs to be talked about.
You know what? I've been on my feet for the last 3 days invoicing. Friday after the auction with Victoria, I was packing stuff, packing stuff. I finished the invoice today. I finished packing the remainder stuff and invoice the last people I had to invoice today before 12 o'clock. I've been invoicing for freaking 3 days. And when I got, what did I tell you? I said, my back is killing me, and I did text Pikiniki. I said, I really do not want to cancel because I was like, oh, if I could, but I know you will understand. But I just felt, did I cancel last week? I was thinking in my
Right.
brain, but did I cancel last week? I mean, I was like, if I did cancel, my mind, I was like, I know she will understand, but I was feeling guilty too because I'm like, I've canceled before, because of certain things that come. I can't help it.
No,
But
and I understand. Yeah.
yeah, but you've shown me that you understand. It doesn't mean, because you understand, I would just keep canceling on you
Right.
all the time. But I know that you understand, and you will say, like you just said, you say, oh, Ella, take care of yourself. But why is it people don't do that? When you email them with certain things that you're going through your life, they turn it around. It's like, oh, what about me? Why is
Okay,
this
let me say something about that. The way I do I went through an experience last week myself with something like this, but you have to meet people where they are. Okay. You've got to meet them on their level, or you're going to be angry and upset with them when they come at you the way you don't want them to, like not mature. You got to say to yourself, okay, I've already walked that road. I've already learned that lesson. I've already grown. So I'm not going to be angry, but I know who I can trust and who I can't trust now. So
Yeah.
I'm still going to care and love this person, but I'm going to have to do it from a distance for a while because they've upset me and they've hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And it's okay to get your feelings hurt, and it's okay to feel all that, but you don't have to be vicious and mean to people when something like that happens.
Thank
You
you.
know?
Yeah. Johnny said, I think I can say I'm a great friend to be there to listen when others need to have someone to talk to. And Johnny's always been there, and Johnny has always, always, always been there. I will testify to Johnny, I will testify. Even when Jeff was having problems with his channel, and he doesn't trust. Jeff is the kind of person that don't trust nobody because of the stuff he's been to.
Right.
Let me tell you, we were on the phone and I was telling him, I said, look, I know you don't trust a lot of people, but believe you me, you can trust Johnny. Johnny is not there to do nothing but to help you, because I said, that's what Johnny does. He's there. He will be your friend and he will help you. He will give you a shoulder to cry on, because I'm telling you, many times I've called Johnny. And it doesn't, I know Johnny, Johnny's hours, and I know when to call him. And he's always been there, pick up the phone. Even when I go to the back room after his show, he will listen to me. And that's the kind of person I can testify to that. Johnny is that type of person. So Johnny.
And you want to have somebody that will listen.
Yeah.
Even if they disagree with you or they don't, or they agree with you one way or the other, you want them to listen to what you're saying. And I can stay neutral, and Johnny can stay neutral.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you not only just stay neutral, you can tell, just like you too, it's like you can listen. I'm just like that same thing. I like to listen to both sides. But when I listen to you, I will say, well, this will be my reply.
Right.
You understand? And that's what it will be. It's like you are honest. Same thing. Like I trust Pikiniki with my life. Now I can say I trust Pikiniki with my life. You understand? And the same thing is like I tell something to Pikiniki. I say, hey, what do you think? Pikiniki will like, oh yeah, this is, So I like people that don't just say to me because they want to be my friend, tell me what I want to hear.
You.
I don't want to know. I don't want to say, oh, I want to tell you so you can hear it, so I can be closer to you or be your friend. No, don't tell me what I want to hear.
Right.
These are the people that will tell me, Ella, you're wrong. and I trust them. They can tell me that I'm wrong. Just like with you. I trust you to tell me, Ella, you're wrong. You
Yeah.
know,
I
because
love you, but you're
yes,
looking at this all wrong.
all wrong. I'd rather you tell me that. And those are the type of friends that I want to surround myself with. Even though I don't really have a lot of friends, those are the type of friends I want to surround myself with, to tell me, oh yes, yeah,
And
this is
how many
where you are
times have
wrong.
you said, Ella, you would be the first person to say, I'm sorry? How many times have you said that on the, since we've been
All the
doing
time.
this?
Yeah.
And you're the type of person that says, I will be the first one to say I'm sorry. So it's not like you're looking for validation from everybody to say, oh, yeah, Ella, you're right, blah, blah, blah. You're not. You're
Yeah.
looking at it like, this is the situation, which I'm not even talking about a situation because, we're just bringing up whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever situation it is, you just want the truth. You want somebody to say, Ella,
Yeah.
change your perspective on this. It's not what you're seeing. You're not
Yeah.
seeing it.
Mm. Hi, Tracy Cakes. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I hope you're still here. I appreciate you so much, and I'm glad that you are back today. Tracy Cake is going to be on in 45 minutes.
Thank you for the super chat. 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 Super, super, super chat. Super, super, super chat.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Miss Annette said exactly. When stories are told, pages are missing, makes it one-sided affair. Yes, and that's another thing. Is like Pikiniki always say to me, Ella, you always have receipts. If I can provide receipts, I will provide receipts.
Okay, this is what I was always told when I worked for attorneys, when I worked in attorneys. Do not ever write something down that you do not want repeated or told or anything. You can deny saying something out of your mouth, but you can't deny writing
What you
something
put
on a
down.
piece of paper
Yeah.
or putting it down. Or you know how people so freely send text messages because they're angry and they
Yes.
just go off and off and off and off. That comes back to bite them in the hiney.
And they try to clean it up later
Yeah,
on.
because they're showing receipts of, no, you said this, this, and this. And this is what I said.
Yeah.
Now, had that not been put in a text, the person could say, oh, that's not what I said.
I didn't say
But
that.
unless it's documented, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, is like Pikiniki always say, Ella got the receipts. Yeah. And there's the reason. It's something I learned, because I remember, it's like when I talk about stuff, and it's like somebody say something, I can't prove what they say.
Right.
You know?
Documentation, documentation, documentation.
So it's like you write it, but then that's another thing. When they write it, I know who I am. I said, like when I say people know me, Pikiniki, Johnny, because I did say I'm the kind of person, is like when I'm gonna respond to somebody, I call my husband, I will call him up and I say, guess what? I'm about to write this email. But I'm gonna talk to you because I know you're gonna give me a clear head. And I was writing to my apartment, because I was gonna like sue the ass out of them, for them painting my ceiling with a chemical that
With a
was,
lead paint.
yeah, they painted it with something which was not good for my health. So I let me tell you, I finished typing out this email and I typed it out in anger.
Oh, no, that wouldn't have been good for you to send it.
I mean, I would have been out of this apartment a long time. So I just called back. I didn't send it. And then I called him and I said, look, I wrote this email. I'm going to read it. Tell me what you think. He said, he read it. He said, I hope you didn't send it. I said, no, I didn't. He said, okay, all right. This is what you should say. So now we shared our notes on our phone, and he started to type, and I started to type what happened, and he had to take and add to it. And he said, now this is a good email, because he
You can
knows.
say anything you want to say, is how you say it.
Yeah. He knew I was saying it in anger, And I remember an email that I responded to, but for me, I felt like I got to sleep on it, and then when I wake up, I will respond to it.
And
You know,
that's usually the way I handle things. I
yeah,
don't just all of a sudden just respond. I wait, and I say I can't. If it
yeah,
angers me, I
yeah.
don't respond quickly.
Let me read the chat. I know I'm far behind, guys, so sorry. Johnny said you will know who are your friends when you need help or someone to talk to, and they are there for you. Thank you. Are you? I hope you're doing well. Hey, Creations by D, welcome in. Laylo, welcome in. All right, let's see. Hi, Miss Josie. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm trying to catch up here. Claudette said some people need that reassurance and need to talk every day. We all have lives and have things to do. Haha. Yeah, that's true. We should always agree to disagree and be okay with that.
Yes.
That is very, very important. We should always agree to disagree and be okay with that.
Well, the best advice I got when James and I got married was you have to have a misunderstanding to get to an understanding.
Understanding, yeah.
Because you're going to have a misunderstanding. You're going to. After 37 years, you think I've agreed with James with everything? No. So
He said
we
no.
have had misunderstandings to get to an understanding.
Yeah, it can't just you just disagree and that's it. And
No,
it's like if I don't agree with you, should that make an me your enemy? Should you make an enemy?
it's just going to cause
You know?
this and anger to well up in you if you don't come to a compromise or an agreement. It's gonna, it's gonna cause problems.
Johnny is singing a song. Call out my name, I'll be there. Hi, Sherry. Mwah, welcome in. I moved to Oklahoma to get away from family drama. Woo! I could understand that. I moved away, way from all the way from England. I moved down here, and my family didn't know I was in America. Nobody knew. Actually, my sister did know, and because I told her, she was the only one I told. But my other family, nobody knew where I was. I could remember my brother trying to find me on Facebook. I didn't even put my name on Facebook, for them to able to find me. I just put my marriage name on there. Nobody could find me under my name, my maiden name, because I knew if I put my maiden name there, they're gonna find me.
Sometimes people just need to
Nobody
get
knew where I
away.
was. Yeah, nobody knew where I was. Yeah, we still love our family. Hi, Melinda. Welcome in. Some people like that they are going through stuff. That's what aggravates me when you know it's a lie.
There again, we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, people can come on here and say anything they want to say. It's whether you're going to believe it or not. But when you find out what they're saying is a lie and they've been exposed, then it's all over with. You're never going to trust that person again.
Yeah, not going to trust them. It's like, okay. Timeless says, I feel so guilty when I have and had to cancel. It hurts my heart. Don't feel guilty. Sometimes, circumstances, you got to cancel. Sometimes you just got to cancel. There's nothing you can do about it, but when you cancel, it depends on who you're doing stuff with. Like I said, I know Angie will understand if I cancel, and I've canceled on her so many times since we've been doing this show. She's only canceled once on me, and that's because she didn't cancel. She said, Ella, I don't think I'll be able to do this. I'm gonna go and do something. I'm traveling. Only once, but I've canceled on her. I've canceled on her. We've been doing this show for what now? Over a year?
It don't seem like very long, but it's been a while.
Yeah, and I've canceled on her, but she's still here. If it was somebody else, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna do the show. So yeah, Johnny said, I don't talk about things I go through because I feel that someone else is going through something worse and deal with it myself, which is good. Sometimes not everybody can deal with stuff on their own, and they like to share. They think, okay, and I understand. I'm thinking about my life like, oh, I'm going through this, and there's somebody going through worse things.
Well, I have a good support system here in my personal here in my real life. So I have plenty of people to talk to here where a lot of people do not have that. But I am a very private person when it comes to certain things. I don't mind sharing anything about my illness, but I'm
Mm.
not one to just abruptly just start talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I think Johnny's the male version of me. I'm the female version. He's the male version.
Hi, Christine. Welcome in. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. All right, all right. I'm okay. I'm just looking photo. I feel we need to love and care with kindness when others to overcome with those who we don't trust. There's Johnny. Or when Johnny ends his show, he says, "Love always. Love is always free. Be kind to one another till we meet again." you know and then you show somebody the love by what you do. You show somebody
Action,
the kindness with what you
action.
do. Yeah, so you show love, you show kindness in so many things that we do. But then when you decide that you're going through something and you probably won't be able to do as much as you used to do before, that happened? That kindness and that love that you show somebody, it's like, did they take it for granted? Because now they show you their true self, because you tell them like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going through something right now, could you bear with me?" And now they're the one feeling bad. They're not even coming saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this." Now
Because real life happens.
uh
Real
oh
life happens. And
yeah.
sometimes a lot of times we go through things. Either we can talk about it or we can't talk about it. Or sometimes we're forced to talk about it. And we would rather not people know it. We have to tell certain people because they're in the circle and they have to know.
Yeah. Later was saying, talking to Johnny about that. Understand. Tracy K, but does he send you Chick-fil-A? No, he doesn't send me Chick-fil-A.
Now the true story's coming out.
That's the true story coming out. Johnny, you never sent me Chick-fil-A. Tracy K and Colleen sent me Chick-fil-A. Leslie said, "That's just it, Angie. People can get vicious, and the only way to handle them is stay clear, let it go. But trust me, it's so hard to ignore when false words comes out of their mouth." And that's the thing, though. It's like, we're all here on YouTube. How do you feel like when you see them going around posting, talking shit?
Okay, let me
How do you
address
handle
that.
that?
Okay,
Uh-huh.
Leslie and anybody else that's in the chat that's been through, I've been talked about. I mean, it's just water like off a duck's back. It doesn't bother me. I just kind of laugh, really. My point is this: if somebody's talking about me, the ones that really know me and feel like they know me are gonna say, "Look, don't talk about her. She's fine in my book." Okay, and they're going to stick there. The ones that listen to that person that's spreading whatever,
Mm.
you just write them off and say, "I see them for what they are now. I see how their true colors are." It's not that you don't care about them. It's just that they finally show you who they are. And when
Yeah.
they show you who they are, believe them because that's who they are.
Yeah.
And it's when people talk about me, I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's true. It's like, okay, whatever. It's like, you know
I've
what?
been shunned by better people than you. That's what I think about. I'm like, I've been shunned by better people than you.
Thank you. I mean, it's so funny at the end of the day. It's like, when somebody say they're your friend, they do this, and then all of a sudden stop doing stuff that they were doing for you. And then you really ask them, what kind of friend were you in the first place?
There's that need. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Their need is greater than their love.
Yeah. Because you see me, I love you, Ella, we all love you, Ella, I'm so sorry you're going through this, Ella. And then when I tell you, look, I'm really going through stuff, you know and then all of a sudden, that's it. You don't want to talk to me anymore. You see me in the chat and you just behave like I wasn't there anymore or whatever, it's like, really now?
See, Ella, if you ever come at me because you're going through something and you just get loud and you just want to tell me, Angie, I don't agree with what you're saying, and you get upset with him, I'm going to say, Ella, calm down. You don't have to like me. I'm good. We're good. I guess I have thick enough skin to not let certain things affect me. And I know if it does, to get out. That's what happened to me last week. I went into a channel, and I had never been felt like I was treated so cold as in any other channel, that I normally wasn't treated cold in this channel. And I could just feel it coming across the screen, and I had done nothing, but something had happened. And I was like, okay, I got to walk away. I mean, why should I put myself in that position to try to prove to them who I was the day before? And now they think I'm somebody different because I had a different opinion than they did.
Why
can't I have a different opinion than you and you still care about me?
Johnny, this is what I said last week too, and I've been saying this. Anybody that really knows me, you come to my channel, I'm telling you, I say, this is why if I feel that I hurt somebody's feelings, I'm the first to always say I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that, or say
say it the wrong way. Yeah,
I'm the only one, and then I will say that I'm like that.
But it's also okay, Ella, for you to get your feelings hurt.
Yeah,
it's okay for you to say, look, you hurt my feelings. It's okay for you to say that.
Yeah, it's always good to say, yeah, I do that. I let you know, I'm like, look, anybody that hurt my feelings, I will let you know, yes, you did hurt my feelings, and the thing is that this is what I don't try to dress it down. When you come out, you say what you said, and then later on you want to try and clean it all up, like, oh, you poured sand and everything all over it in your face, and then all of a sudden you know what you said, and then you want to try and clean it up by cleaning the dust. It's like, who do you think you're taking for a fool? I'm not a fool. You said what you said, because at the end of the day, I didn't say anything to make you feel upset or belittle you or anything. But
see, what I had to learn was everybody's not where I am. Not that I'm superior, but everybody's not on the same plane, and they're not as mature as somebody else, or they may be more mature, and they handle everything differently. Even though you see them on a daily basis in chats, on videos or whatever, until a situation happens, you don't really know who they are. And then when a situation happens and you say, oh, I never thought they were like that. That's surprising. I have to say in the back of my mind, okay, Angie, reel it in. You got to meet them where they are. You got to meet them. You got to understand it.
Yeah. Miss Justin, a great point. Say sometimes we miss great people because of evil gossip. So sad. And that's true. We talked about this last time. You only listen to one side, don't listen to the other side, because the other person wants to talk about it so much or bring it up in the chat. And that is why I say I don't want drama in my chat. Whether you have beef with somebody, my chat is not the place to discuss it, because you want to bring attention to yourself and let other people know what's going on by what you're freaking typing.
First of all, we all make mistakes. Right. We all make mistakes. We all are not liked by somebody. I mean, everybody's not going to like us. So if a person goes to somebody else and tells them that they don't like me, to somebody that not sure if they want to like me or not, okay, everybody's not going to like everybody. It's not even set up that way. We're not supposed to. We're just supposed to respect each other.
Yeah. Johnny said, I am a person and I don't listen to gossip that will get us nowhere and not getting the right story. Yeah.
No, I don't like gossip.
No need to gossip. Just listen. If that person wants to say something, let the person say, and then the other person bring it up, That's what I'm saying. Wear both sides out. Hey, you said this. Okay, you said this. And see, like, hey, I've listened to this. I've listened to this. But then when you listen to gossip and then you decide to follow that gossip and go with it, like Miss Josie said, you probably will lose a good friend because you listen to one side and you didn't listen to the other side, or like what most people do, don't, because they listen to one person, they're not going to go to the person's channel. Like you always visit the channel, and now because you've listened to your friend and the shit they told you and you didn't know what's going on, you
You
didn't
got to
try to
think
find
for
out,
yourself. Think for
don't go
yourself.
to the channel. I know people that listen to one side story and no longer come to my chat, but never took the time to come to me to say, hey, what's going on? I hope all is well, because this is it. Let me say my side of the story. But for you to just decide to listen to one side and don't come into my chat, I'm not really losing any sleep over it, just to be honest with you,
Well,
with you and that person that left.
you have people that's insecure and they want a small circle so they can keep control of that circle. They're very insecure. They're exclusive. Well, I'm very inclusive. I like a lot of people. I don't want us four and no more. I like a lot of different views and different people. But then you have these few people that just want 3 or 4 friends, and they want those 3 or 4 friends not to like who you don't like. They want you to like who they like. I can't be controlled like that. No.
Yeah. Johnny said, that is why I do not reply to message or email. If I get something that I do not like, I sleep over it and reply the next day. Yeah,
Exactly.
I have now learned to do that. And not only, sometimes I bring it to somebody else's, like I say, I'll like get my husband involved and say, hey, read this email, read this text. What do you think? Before I start to reply, because I know that way it kind of helps me, and I'm telling you, about a week ago, I think it was about a week ago yesterday, I received an email and I said to myself, Ella, just sleep on it before you respond, because I know that I was already hurting from the week before. And I knew that if I responded, this person would have just felt, all the negative vibes that I've been going through. They would have just felt it. But I just decided, no, I'm just going to let it.
See, that shows your maturity when whoever it was or whatever probably didn't think about it before they sent the email and just sent it.
Yeah. Pikiniki say, Ella will bust out a receipt from 1990. I don't trust many people. I don't blame you. Sometimes it just depends on what you go through.
Like, it's okay for you not to trust a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to trust a lot of people. As far as you trust yourself, do not respond in anger. Always think first. Let me tell you, Creations by D, that is something I have come to learn for myself, because I don't want to be regretting over stuff I've sent, and then I'm gonna start regretting. I'm thinking, oh, okay, I shouldn't have sent that. I shouldn't have done this, So no, I sleep over it now. Or get somebody involved, and get their own opinion. Sometimes get somebody else's own opinion. That way,
Okay, Ella, let me ask you this. All right, what good is it if and I'm just using you as an example or whatever. You have something that happened between you and someone else. What is the point of you or that other person going to somebody else's chat and bringing up what happened between you and them? What is even the point? What is it? The point being, they want everybody to know that they've been a victim, or they feel like the victim, or they're trying to start something.
Thank you.
You don't even have to say anything. You can just let it be between you and I. Say if I had something going on with somebody, or you and that person, nobody else has to know about it.
Yeah. And nobody. And it's like, at the end of the day, why would you go there and keep announcing to the whole world that don't even know that there was an issue somewhere before? But you want to bring people's attention to it.
Because there's going to be people in that chat that, number one, love drama, love gossip, not mature enough to handle it. and they're
Mm-hmm.
going to run with it. And that's
Yeah.
your intentions. That's what you want to happen.
Yeah, that is what exactly people do that. And that's what I'm saying is like it just depends on where you go. If you go to the drama channels, you can do that shit there. But if you're going to a channel where people are there to have to sell their stuff and they're conducting business, you know, we might laugh and joke and everything. Everybody's not like me. I laugh in my during my auction because I try to have fun with my auction because I just feel other people, you know, they're coming in there. It's not like you're going to Walmart, you can go in and out of Walmart and that's your business. But people, you got the same people in the chat with you for that 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, unlike myself and Victoria, sometimes like 6 hours. Okay. The same old people are going to be there. So you're going to do whatever you're going to do to make sure that your auction is not going to be boring. You know, people come there to relax. It's like watching a movie. They might not necessarily come in there to buy something, but they just want to be entertained.
They
Just
want to
sit,
laugh.
yeah, they want to laugh and don't worry about what's happening. People come there just to relax. So why would somebody come in now and bring drama when they try to avoid drama? They ain't trying to avoid their own freaking drama, you know. So why bring drama into an auction, you know, where the people coming to sell? We're not listening to drama. If you want a drama, go find a drama channel. And I say that a lot of the time.
And this is how I feel, Ella. And I already lost some people last week when you and I had a discussion the last 2 weeks. They are not friendly with me now because I've obviously had an opinion about what we talked about last time, and that my opinion wasn't their opinion, so they don't like me now. But that's okay.
That's fine.
But when I go in, the channel owner, like somebody comes in my channel and they want to do that, they want to bring up, well, you know what happened here. I don't care for this person anymore. If that channel owner does not get a grip on that and say, look, we don't have that here.
Yeah.
I love you. You're my friend, but we don't discuss that here. We'll discuss it another time. Don't bring that up. This is my channel. If they can't do that, I feel like they're just as guilty as the person that comes in and says what they say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. Now, sometimes they may come into the channel and the person that has the channel is like, what are they talking about? I don't even know what they're talking about. And then they don't say anything and they let it go. I say that's okay. But if the channel member already knows what's going on and they let them bring it up in their chat or whatever,
they just keep talking about
it. They don't handle it. I feel like they're involved too. I mean, that's just the way I feel.
Yeah, because they're probably they discussed about it, you know, so they just let it go. So like I said, for me, I don't do that kind of crap. And that's why I always say, don't bring your drama. You want drama? Come here on a Sunday when me and you chit-chatting and we can talk about the drama here, you know. Amen, Angie. Just remember, you can't read emotions in a text or an email.
I think I can.
I can. You know what? Yeah, I can. When you go to school for English and they teach you what all those the full stop, the
punctuation is, yeah,
you will know when somebody is talking and the question mark and everything. You will know how the person is talking when you read it.
And here's the thing with me, and I can honestly sit here and say this: the people that are no longer feel the same way about me because I had a different opinion than they did, I still love them and I'm not mad at them, but I'm going to have to stay my distance because I'm not going to go into a place where I'm shunned. I was shunned worse than an Amish person that built a bigger barn. I mean, that's how bad I was shunned in this chat. I'm like, I'm not coming here if I'm going to be shunned. No.
Well, Flip Flop said, well, I'm sorry, but I dearly love my three sisters, but one of them is really bossy. Let me tell you. I have only one sister. I only have one sister. You know, my sister, I love my sister to death. I remember we were just talking. My brother, I think it was last week. He said, I got a news I want to share with you guys. You know, and he put my other two siblings. My mom was in the background. My brother, my sister. And then I came on, we're all there, and he told us this good news and everything. But guess what, though? My sister was adding, you never told me. You never, you should have told me. And you would think like I'm not older than her. You'd be thinking my brother is not older than her.
Yeah, like she's superior. She's supposed to know everything. Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's like, if you look at her, you would think she's the mother of all of us, but you won't believe that she's the third in the family, So yeah, I can understand your sister like that. My problem is I have a hard time saying no. I
Well,
never
this is
say
what I'd
no.
like to say. Let me address that. Johnny, I used to have the same problem. Then I started practicing. No matter what anybody asked me to do, whether I wanted to do it or not, I would just say no, no. And it got easier every time I would do it. And now I can really honestly, when somebody asks me to do something and I don't want to do it, I just say, no, I'm sorry, I just can't. It gets easier. It does.
Well, I can easily say no, but sometimes, you know what? It just depends on how I feel. I feel
I can
guilty
see Johnny
sometimes.
being that way. I feel like he's too good for his own good. I can honestly see him being that way, but I think it's part of his personality. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah. I'm gonna open the book. Every
he
everything.
needs to have a show one morning or one evening, and every time somebody asks him will he do something, he just needs to say no,
No. Yeah.
no,
Since I moved to
no.
Massachusetts, I think that's where I'm from, Louisiana. I don't have friends here, and I know if I want to talk, I do have a friend, and I can talk with them, and that's true. I always have that one friend. I don't have friends. I mean, the way we were all, I miss because my sister is not here. I could talk to my sister all the time, but because she's not here, they're 5 hours behind, so they're in bed. It's like now I feel like I want to talk to somebody. I can't call her and talk to her. I can leave her a message, but it's like I want to talk to somebody right now, right now. So you're trying to make a friend. You make so many friends, but then you choose the one that you can really trust. And when you call, you're able to share things with, and they will understand.
Well, see, my husband is also from Louisiana, and I don't know if this is just people from Louisiana or what, since Johnny is from Louisiana. But James, when he moved here, he didn't trust people because he would tell me stories of things about people in Louisiana. When you do something for them, they expected something back in return. And here where we live, it's not like that. And he couldn't believe that for a long time. So he didn't trust, So I don't know if it's like that with Johnny.
Yeah. Hi, Serena. Hi, Adopted Retro. She said, trouble in the house.
Hey,
Well,
Kim.
sorry to say, no one will ever get to club. What are you saying?
Wait a minute. Read Johnny's. I agree, flip flopping lollipops, but when they don't want me to be them because I am gay, they said they
What do you
don't have
say?
a brother. That hurts.
Oh yeah, that will hurt. Well, but at the end of the day, you know what? You're being true to yourself. And if somebody cannot accept you for who you are, it's like, what can you do? Because
Well,
their
my
family,
thing is this: I wouldn't put here to judge.
yeah,
I'm
you
not the
can't
judge.
judge
I'm just
somebody.
put
No,
here to love and to
yeah,
love people for who they are and meet them where they are,
yeah,
and not judge them. I'm not the
not
judge.
judge.
I don't want
Yeah,
to be the judge.
yeah. Just love people for who they are. That's what we got to do. You got to love people for who they are, not judge people. You know, and those that want to go around judging people for the wrong reason, good luck to you. So I gotta say good luck to ya. All right, let's see if anybody else is talking. I look at it this way: if someone is talking about me, they are they are leaving others alone. They are
I
leaving
feel I feel the same way. Go ahead. And I think some of the stuff people have said about me, I think it's so funny. And I'm like, yeah, leave that in.
Yeah.
Leave that in. That sounds so good. It's a lot more interesting than what I really am.
And
Yeah,
let me tell you,
leave
if
that
people are
in
not
there.
talking about you, you're not famous. If people are talking about you, you're famous.
You
That's how
know,
I see it. You are famous. So if anybody's talking about me, yes, I am famous. But like I always say, you're gonna leave, and God's gonna bring other people in it. and
He's going to bring the people that you need into your life.
yeah, and so
Not
this,
that it doesn't hurt. It
yeah,
hurts.
yeah, it hurts, but at the end of the day, what can you do about it? Let me tell. That's why I say, when you leave, God's gonna bring. When one person leave, God's gonna bring two more. When three leave, He's gonna bring five more. That's how it happens, and it's not about you. When you feel that it's about you, and you feel that you're gonna leave, and you just think, well, I'm leaving. Good luck. You can leave. You can leave. I'm not going to feel too bad about it. I feel sorry though, because at the end of the day, that's what you decided that you wanted to do. So carry on and you leave. But when you're leaving, don't be going around in other people's chats. So you want to create a story or create a drama so people can ask you, so what happened? Why did you leave? What they say? And when you want to do it, if you're going to create it, make sure you let the people know the reason why you're leaving.
Well, this is what I would do. I would say, okay, why don't we get Ella on the line and you on the line, and I'll sit in and I'm going to hear both sides of what really happened, or whoever. I'm just using you for an example.
Yeah.
Say, whoever the other person is, say, okay, well, let's get them on a live, a private, and let's all three hear the whole story, and I'll decide.
We can easily do a StreamYard, and everybody can come in the back room. I mean, Johnny can host up to 10 people in his
right, and we can really see what happened, and I can make it a honest, true judgment then when I see the whole picture.
Yeah, so that's it. Johnny's channel can host 10 people in his back room. We all go in there, we sit down, and then we can talk, and then we can be civilized about it. And
because your perception on it may not be my perception. Our perception is our reality. That's why people gets all twisted up and stuff, is because they want to see it one way and you see it another way. But when you get together and you can change somebody's perception, then therefore you're able to resolve problems.
Yeah. A true friend can accept being wrong and say sorry.
Yes.
Let me tell you, when Adopted Retrospects, I think a couple of years ago, we were saying something, I was joking. And you know me, I always like to joke. And she reached out to me and she said, I didn't like what you said. I'm telling you, I have the well, Pikiniki say Ella got receipts. I said to her, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. And then, because I always say, you got to apologize. And then I went back and I said, what did I say again?
Yeah, remind me.
Because I wanted to be clear. But I was able to tell this lady that I was sorry because I made a joke which she didn't really like.
Well, once you do that, the other person has got to let it go in order for it to work.
But not everybody, though, are like that.
Right, but that's what should happen.
Yeah, not everybody's going to be Adopted Retrospects. If she didn't let it go, she probably wouldn't be in here today. But some other people are not like that.
Bring it on, Kim. Come, bring it on.
And that is why I greet everyone who joins my chat. We are all welcome, no matter what. Yeah, we say hello to people, but then some people don't want to come back. Fair enough. If they don't want to come back, it doesn't mean because you had a disagreement, which is not even big, and then the person don't turn up in your chat.
Some of this stuff is not even going to matter in the morning. That people are upset about, but they cannot speak to each other for 6 months, a year, 3 years because of something that was nothing.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to walk away from those people. I'm okay. God will bring the right people in my life. Yes. And that's what I say. God will always bring the right people. I know I have a big heart and willing to help anyone and everyone I can. Johnny always has a big heart, always. I always walk away from those who always talk negative about others. And that's one thing I've noticed a lot of people have been doing in the YouTube channel. When people come in and they speak negative of other people that that this person is not like that. And
see, I'm the same way. I walk away from it.
Yeah. And if you know that this person is talking about this person in a way, you're like, I don't really see this person being like that though, you know. But that's another thing. I cannot just not talk to somebody because you decided you're not going to talk to the person.
Oh, I can't do that.
I can't do that. Whatever the person did, that's between you and them. Now, if that person wronged me, now I can see them why they wronged the other person.
But that's a lesson you learned. You had to learn it for yourself.
I have to learn it for myself, because if I don't learn it for myself, you know,
you can be led. You can be led.
Because you don't want to, you listen to this person and listen to that person, and then guess what? You find out that at the end of the day, what is the common what do you call
denominator?
it?
Common denominator.
Yes. And they find out that you're the one. After you try to turn everybody away and turn it out, why is it just you?
Just having trouble with everybody and can't get along with everybody and losing everybody. But it's not you, it's everybody else. What is it? A conspiracy? No.
Yeah. If I have beef with someone, I will be the first one to talk to that person and clear it up. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, hold on. If I can't speak to you, like I said, I'm not going to go into anybody's life to cause any kind of drama. So if you know the person's email them. You know, that's what you got to do. Just email them and say, hey, this is what I noticed. Anything going on? You know, you do it that way. And if there's any way you can squash that beef there and then, you know, because like I always say, don't go because you heard something, then go talk about it in another person's channel because you met them, you saw them there, you know, not a good thing. I have people that hate me, and it's okay. I walk away from toxic people. That's true. Who? Not me. So true, Ella. Yeah. Got to walk away. I let people control me. Never again. Yeah. I used to be the yes, and I never used to say no. Like we talked about earlier on, I used to be yes to other people. And if something happened, I would take the blame for it. And then one day I had to grow up. I was actually in my 20s, my late 20s back then, you know, late 20s, early 30s. I always get blamed for. And one day almost cost me my job. And that's when I thought, Ella, you got to learn to speak up for yourself and say no. You know, you got to learn to speak up for yourself and say no. You're going to hurt people, but you rather be safe.
Well, the way I look at it is I got strong enough shoulders. I can carry it. And I'm not sleeping with any of y'all. I sleep with James. So it really, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, you know?
Yeah. The reason I don't follow gossip is they did not do anything to me. I will see that person for who they are and not what is being said about them. That's true. You know,
I'm the same way. I see that the same way.
Yeah. I can only show you proof of like I said, I can only show you proof of what I have. Here is my receipts, and that's all I can show you. You know, nothing else. I can't show you anything else. I'm like, here, read it for yourself. If I have the receipt, I will show you the receipt. Apart from that, just keep on moving, you know. Just keep moving. The reason, just keep it moving.
If I hear gossip and I know it's not, I will defend the truth and the person being lied about. That is a wonderful friend. Somebody that can do that.
I got burnt really bad in high school by a friend, plus during my 20s with a different friends, plus during my 40s with another friend, and after that I gave up, and now my sisters are my friend. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Is that I got really burnt when I was in junior high school, and I almost got suspended for it. You know, almost got suspended for it. So because of that, I decided that I'm just gonna cut away and not even be. I don't do cliques.
Oh no, I don't like cliques either.
There's more than one person. If I make a friend, if there's another one, that's it. I'm not doing it. I just can't do it because I just feel like no.
That's why I'm very inclusive and not exclusive. It's because I don't do the little cliquey thing. I never did that in school. I don't care for it. And most of the time, if you have a little clique, the people that's in the clique with you are jealous of you anyway. They, you know, deep down have something against you, but they're just being close to you because of their need.
Yeah, Lindsay Ann says some people claim to be genuine that are not. I have learned more rejection on YouTube than in my entire life. And it's like you gotta look at I try to separate YouTube from real life, because the reason I do that for my own self is that there's a few people on YouTube you can grab and say, okay, you want to pull them out of YouTube into your real life, you know, and they see what you are going through in real life. Because YouTube is just like me having my video game. That's what YouTube, that's how I see it most of the time. It's just like a
Right.
video game, you know. So you pull people, there's people that you know you can trust, and you feel like, I can be friends with these people. You pull them out of YouTube and you bring them out to real life. And then you see them for who they really are and be friends with them. And those friendships go beyond that, you know. Now, those that you're not able to pull out, you want to remain friends with them in YouTube. Yeah, you can remain friends with them in YouTube, you know, and they can still trust you, and they can still be like real life friends out, you know, and treat you like real life friends outside YouTube, you know, as well.
And you can have acquaintances on YouTube,
Yeah,
and you can and look, just because I never say it doesn't mean I don't see everybody for who they are. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know, you have these people that constantly beg for things, and they want people to give them stuff and all this. It doesn't mean that I don't see them, that they're that type of person, but I'm not going to engage in that part of who they are. I'm going to engage on the other side of, I care about you, I'll pray for you, but I'm not going to just send you something because you tell me you want it, you know?
Mm-mm. And everybody has their own heart, and you know,
Right. And they're going to do what they're going to do.
and that's what
Exactly.
they're gonna do. Yes, they're gonna do, if they see you as that close of a friend to do whatever they're gonna do for you, they're gonna do it. You know, it don't mean because some people didn't do it, they're not true friends.
Right.
You don't know their situation. You know, you don't know their situation, you don't know what they're going through. Don't judge them because maybe they weren't able to donate $1 or donate $5 to whatever cause or whatever is happening. It's because everybody is going through something now. Because they didn't come out to say it doesn't mean they're not going through life. Like I'm saying, like, since I found out that I needed to go to therapy, I've been booked into 65 sessions. That is what my healthcare insurance can allow me get booked on. I don't have a car to drive myself. I have to take Uber. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, that's $50 I have to spend going to where I need to go to, because and back. And thank God, because where I used to go was further out, and they were like, we're gonna have to find somewhere closer to you. I said, could you please find where some closer? Because I don't drive, you
Right.
know. I don't drive. And they want me to come in their office just to see the doctor so that the doctor could read some report. I said, look, it's costing me money. I don't drive. Is there any way you can do the phone thing? We can talk
Yeah.
that
Or,
way and
yeah.
you can read my report to me. And they say,
Right.
yes, we can do that. So when I think about that, I'm like, I'm not able to donate, you know, and I'm not able to spend as much as I could spend because I'm having all this stuff that I need to do. You know, look, on Tuesday, I have to go. It's going to cost me $50 Uber to go to the clinic where I have to go get the injection for my back. Okay. Then the following week, I have to go to therapy. I have to go to this other place to get injection for my back. I was like, what? I'm going to be spending $100
Mm-hmm.
just for that one day because I don't have a car. Now, when you ask me to do something for you financially and I don't have it to do it, I will expect you to respect that I don't have it financially to give right now.
And actually, the person shouldn't expect it, but a lot of people do. But the way I live my life is, I pray about it, and I feel like if I feel like I should give, I give. If I don't, I don't feel guilty. I'm like, no, I'm not giving. You know.
Yes. And yes, Lindsay, and I have made some amazing friends on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I've made amazing friends. You know, it doesn't mean if I don't call you or text you, doesn't mean that I'm not your friend, you know. But at the end of the day, don't call me friend if you know I'm not your friend. Don't call me friend. Don't tell me you love me, because when something happens and I don't dance to your tune,
Right.
now
Then
you're
you
gonna
don't
make
like
me
me. Yeah.
then you're gonna make me the enemy. No, I'm not gonna let you do that to me. So that is the thing that some of us go through, because you're not able to do something that you used to do before, because life happened. Now all of a sudden you are now like an enemy.
You're the enemy. Yeah.
Yes, you're the enemy, because you just from your heart just say, oh, I'm so sorry, life happens, I can't do what I used to do before. So how did I go from being your friend and all of a sudden I'm not your friend anymore?
The bank closed.
The bank closed. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they relocated.
The bank closed.
My husband asks me all the time, how can you read anger in a text? I can read anger in an email and a freaking text. I ain't English for nothing. I can read it.
And it blows me away, because I guess I've always been in tune with this. I guess by living with a mother that has showed me more manipulation than I'd ever seen in my entire life or ever see. So I can pick out any game that somebody's playing with me if they're trying to manipulate me. I mean, I got it down to a science, because I had seen everything by the time I was 15 years old, because my mom was so manipulative. But I just feel like I have a gift or curse, depending on how you want to look at it, to be able to discern whether somebody is being truthful to me or not, and I've always went with that gut feeling, and it's always worked out for me. So I'll continue to go with that. If there's a red flag that comes up, no matter how pretty it looks on the outside, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
I told you. Johnny said, I can read the anger in an email or a text. Yes, you always can. If somebody don't know, maybe you just probably don't know how to, but I'm telling you, you can definitely read, especially when you email somebody. Think about the email, or if somebody email you regarding or if they email you first, read the email and see if that person was angry when they emailed you first, or if they text you first. Did they text you in anger? When you read it, take time to read it several times to see, okay, before you respond.
Right.
Because I've noticed some people respond back in anger, and then when you go back and say, wow, really? And then they try to clean it up and say, well, this is what I actually was saying. No, that's not what you were saying. I read it.
If you're going to say it like that, be man enough or woman enough to say, yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah, own it. Don't try and find way to want to come and clean it up. You should have known that in the first place when you were typing it in. When you were typing that email, you should have read through it and say to him, oh, let me tell you, go download grammar. Because when you do grammar, the mad face will come up. When you click on it, it will tell you that there's a sentence you put in there that don't look right. Go do that. I had that on my laptop, because every time, because like I said, when I used to type in anger. And the grammar, because I download grammar will make that ugly emoji come up with an angry face, and I have to click on it, and I'm like, this sentence, you've written it in anger. I think this is what you meant to say.
Yeah, this is what you meant to say. Yeah.
And then I will have to change it, because I didn't want to. Even when I'm thinking I'm not writing in anger, it will come up with a mad face. And then when I change it, come up with a smiley face. I'm like, okay, yeah, now I can send it.
And what we have to think about, it's not how we're feeling, but how the other person's going to receive it. Because if we're sending a text, whether we meant it one way or the other, ever how they are meant to perceive it is how they're going to perceive it.
Yeah. Drama free. If you have a problem, email me. I always say that. If you're willing to listen to each other and be reasonable, problem solved. And that is so true. That is so true. Email. Don't bring it to auction. A lot of us here do auction. Not everybody sit down and have a chit chat like we do. Some channels don't have the time to do that. And that's why I created this channel, so that if people have drama, they want to talk about it, something that is positive, you want to get a positive result out of it, come here and talk about it. But if you want to go to the drama channels where they're going to side with you 99.9%
Okay.
of the time, go there.
And see, this is what's going to happen. There's going to be people out there that's going to perceive that this show was about them. And I'm here to tell you that it's not about anybody in particular. And I am not upset or angry or dislike or mad or at anyone. This is just my opinion. That's all it is. And you don't have to have the same one as I do for me to like you. You don't.
Yeah. I mean, because how could you say you like me today and your actions prove when you go to other channels, your action is proven there. And people are always asking questions. You know, it's like, what happened? What happened? And you ask yourself, like, I don't think
yeah, like you liked me yesterday, and then I said
so all of a
that
sudden,
didn't
what
agree
happened
with you,
to do? What happened?
and now you don't like me.
Yeah.
I mean, how childish is that? Are we in the 4th grade?
Probably when I wasn't there, they weren't even there. They weren't even born that time when I was even there.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Angie, I did say we were sisters, I'm telling you. Lord have mercy. Well, let me say this. Me and person on YouTube will not have ever been separated if I had talked to her on the phone and not through text, because words can be used in different ways. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, now you can misunderstand words in a text. I agree with that. Yes.
But that's another thing that you got to be careful when you write certain things. That's why I don't like to do the voice to memo talking stuff. I don't like to. I like to do the recorded one. So when you're listening, you can tell, you know.
I'll usually call and say, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean about that text? Because I want to get this straight before I want to know what kind of attitude I'm supposed to have. Tell me what you said.
You know, I don't do that. So it's like, it's hard. I mean, I'm gonna go, and sometimes I know when I do all the long, they're not gonna understand. So it's like, if I rather do the voice, because with the voice you can tell from my voice if I'm pissed off.
The tone of your voice.
You. Yes, you'll be able to tell if I'm pissed off at you, or you'll be telling like, hold up, I don't really know what you're talking about. So that's why I do that. Now, some people are used to texting. I'm not really used to texting. So I decided to do the voice to text. And I find out that the voice to text is saying, this is what you meant to say. And I'm like, no, I didn't mean to say it that way. You know, so I don't do that. So I rather do the voice memo thing, the recorded voice. So you hear my voice. It's me talking to you and you can hear it. Then you'll be able to know the tone of my voice. Now, if I'm going to send you an email now, like I said, I've learned to say when I'm writing, once my face come up with an angry emoji, it was like, okay. And I'm like, but I never really mean to say this. I correct it, you know.
I've had people that were supposed to be my friend on YouTube that'll actually get upset because they want me to be upset. And I won't be upset. And when they say they no longer want to speak to me or that we can't be friends, I just say, okay. And they get all upset because I won't just come back with it, you know, like, why? And beg them to be my friend, or what did I do, or what do we need to do? I'm just like, okay, you know, deal, whatever, when I know I haven't done anything. But if I've done something, I will apologize. But if I haven't, I'm just like, okay.
Lindsay Ann, it's true. I joked one day, and it was just a joke. Like me, I'm British, and I understand we British, we have a great sense of humor. I always say the Americans don't have a great.
I love to watch British comedy. I love to watch it. James and I watch it, and we laugh our booties off.
Let me tell you, Lindsay Ann called me, and she said, ask her. She will tell you in the chat. She called me. She said, Ella, that joke you made, I didn't like it. Ask her what I said. I apologized to her and I said, sorry, I wouldn't. Let me tell you, that's the kind of person I am. I will apologize and I will make sure I don't joke with you because look, the way I joke on with, that's probably why myself and Victoria, we get on, and myself and Pikiniki, we get on very well, because they understand my sense of humor. They understand I don't really mean it.
And see, I have thick skin, so it doesn't matter to me.
You gotta have, especially with somebody like me. I'm not American. I am freaking British, and we joke a lot. Now, some people might be mad about it, and some people are not like that. So, like I said, you could go watch our Fridays. You can go watch our Tuesdays. Myself and Pikiniki, or myself and Victoria. This last Friday, we laugh so much. We joke about each other. We call what the one she called me butthead the other time, and I came around and I didn't even think, and I called her butt wipe. She laughed like, and it didn't occur to me. And when it occurred to me, I was like, did I say that out loud? And she said she kept watching that over and over again, and she was laughing so hard. But she understood. And for me, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think I really meant to say that though. But I said it out loud. But she understood. Now,
And
if I
see,
call somebody
you can
else,
see
I
that with
wouldn't.
you and Victoria. People can see that, and people can see that with you and Nikki, that
Yeah.
things aren't going to be. And there's some people you can do like that, and there's some people you
I
can't.
just can't do like that. Yeah. If you ever hear I said something, better come to me, because I'm a very quiet person. And that's so true. Miss Annette is very quiet and very helpful.
Well, I feel like this. If you ever hear anybody say, I said anything, please come to me.
Please come to me.
And ask me. And I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to tell you exactly what content it was in, what was being said before and after. Because a lot of times people leave that out. They don't want to tell you what the true subject was about. They just want to take a little bit of content out and tell it.
Yeah, that is so true. That is why I always say, come to me. Don't just talk about whatever. If something happened, you heard something, email me. My email is always on the screen, saveherefirst@gmail.com. I will not discuss anything in a live chat when I'm doing an auction. I will not discuss it.
It's not the place.
I'm there to sell. I'm not going to discuss no drama, no issue. If somebody had an issue with me, I'm not going to discuss it there. If you want to know about it, email me, saveherefirst@gmail.com. I will email you and I will say, okay, so you heard something. What did they tell you? Oh, they said this, they said that. Okay, this is what happened. And I will be truthful. I'm not
if I can say it behind, I can say it to your face.
Yeah.
You can ask any of my family that. My family will tell you. I will say, yeah, I said it. I said it.
Yeah. Ella always try to teach me how to say no. Pikiniki doesn't know how to say no at all.
Keep coming to my live chats on Thursday, Nikki. You'll be able to say no in no time.
She doesn't know how to say no. I'm pissed off at her. And she knows that I'm pissed off. And when she's telling me, I'm telling you, by the time she get my message, she knows I'm pissed off because I'm 12 minutes into the freaking voice memo. And then I'm like, you know what? I gotta start a new one.
I would love to be a fly. I would love to be a fly on the wall when Nikki's getting this voice thing. She's listening to it. I would love to see her face. She's listening to this 12-minute voicemail thing that you've left her, and Nikki's going.
I mean, yeah, she said it a lot of the time in the chat. She said it in the chat, in her live, my live. She said it. She said, when I get a voice memo from Ella, it's like, dang, woman, stop already. I'm like, and do it. And I look at it because once I have my phone and I'm talking, I don't look at the time. I'm just like, and I'm moving from my living room to my kitchen to the bedroom, bathroom, coming out. I'm still talking. Yeah. And then I'm okay. Oh, I might send this. It say 10 minutes long.
I better send this.
I better send this. I'm like, oh, hold on. Let me send this and start a new one. Oh, God.
I just say, Nikki, goodness gracious.
I just avoid drama and try to be careful of what I say because other people will run to repeat what you say. Yeah, to stir up more drama, The one that
go ahead.
You go ahead. No, no.
This is what gets me. This is another thing. Somebody can be having drama with somebody, and then they'll take one of their little, I call them minions, and send them over to that person's channel or somebody else's channel to scope out what's going on, and then for them to report back. Okay, if you having trouble, you bring your tail over there and you be big enough to get in, listen to it, and you get into the chat. Don't send somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't send somebody else.
It's so funny though. I mean, going from chat to chat, you really want to say something, but you try to, I mean, it's like, don't you think the other people, it's a chat where all of you go to. So if you feel you have to type something in a code message that people would not understand, that people want to ask, hey, what's going on? You know, because you type in a code message.
Yeah, to me, that is just childish.
Yeah. And you bring up something that has nothing to do with that channel. And then you bring it up like, I mean, what are you trying to prove? I don't get it. What are you trying?
It just shows people who you are.
Yeah.
You're just showing who you are. That's it.
What I feel is that in general, people are not what they seem to be, and negativity is around always. But we all gotta stay positive and ignore the evilness around us. So,
Yes.
hi, Patrick. Good to see you. Nikki, can I borrow $100? you and me, woman, because this week I have to go to therapy and go get injection in my back. I need that $100 just to get Uber to these places.
All right, Nikki, say no, Leslie. We're friends, but no. No,
I really just $100. I just need $100.
Say no, Nikki. Say no. It's okay. She's still gonna like you.
The code phrase is the body goes. Sure do, Patrick. They do fly at midnight. Anyway, I don't want to keep you guys too long. I really appreciate you guys.
I've really enjoyed this conversation. It's really been a good one.
Yeah. When Angie said this is a topic, I feel we should talk. Because she said something happened to her, and I was like, oh my goodness. It was like she was reading my mind, and I was like, yes, we got to talk about it, because I see it happen too many times on YouTube. You know, I'm not.
And I didn't even tell Ella what happened. I didn't even tell her what happened to me. Nothing. And she don't even know what happened this past week. But I just said I had come into a chat. I told you all I was showing worse than a Amish person. You know.
Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. Just keep being who you are. You can't love everybody, but the most important thing to do is, first of all, before you love somebody, love yourself. Because
right, and respect everybody. You can't love everybody, but respect them.
Because if you learn how to love yourself, you'll be able to show true love to somebody else. Okay. And another thing I want to say is that try to understand everybody have their own issues, their own life, and own things that they're going through. And if they tell you don't take
it so personally. Don't take it so personally.
Yes, it's not personal. If they're going through something, they're going through something. And if they wish to share that personal life that they're going through with you, take them for what it is, understand it, and just leave it like that. But don't try to be, don't try to make drama out of it. It just, at the end of the day, it just goes to show who you really are. You just worthless.
And when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, because that means that person is just worthless. Then there weren't nothing in the beginning to begin with. They were just there for what? Clout, they used to call it. Oh, that's what they say. I don't know.
Yeah. And just remember, you got to just meet people where they are and understand that that's the level they're on. But that doesn't mean you have to accept it or you have to be around them.
Yeah.
So just remember that. Don't talk bad about them. Don't run to other chats. Just say, okay, well, I know who they are now.
Yeah.
I know who they are.
Yeah. And you keep being you, according to Johnny. Keep being you. Okay. Until next time, guys. Peace. Bye, guys.
Bye.